Hi guys, okay, I'm at the Sunoco gas station. It is $3.45 a gallon cash. So I reckon I'm going to have to pay $3.55 a gallon. I don't know, because I'm going to use my debit card, but I do get a percentage back on my debit card, so it equals out to be about the same. So let's go pump some of this liquid gold, y'all. Prepay or select payment. They have a little TV here we can watch while we pump our gas. Do y'all have that at your service stations? Yeah, it's still $3.45, even though I'm using my debit card. That's great. Okay, let's get to pumping. I always top it off. There are a couple of gas stations over by Jill that I stop at every now and then. They're full serve, and they still charge the same amount. But they don't top it off. I'll leave there, and it's only 3/4 of the way full. So it's $3.45 for regular, $3.75 for plus, $3.91 for extra, and then $3.95 for ultra. Oh, so I guess a debit card, but if you put it on a credit card, it's 10 cents more a gallon. I see. Look, 6-7 gallons already, $25. So y'all know when they came through with all the interstates back in the late 50s and early 60s, of course they built the gas stations, at every exit along the interstate. And there were 2 gas stations there in Lumberton, there on Highway 13 where the interstate came through for the Lumberton exit. Okay, let me pause it and finish filling it up. I like to top it off. It's empty, so it should hold the 15 gallons. Okay, so it came out to 15 gallons, came out to $51.91. I gotta go inside to get the receipt. So what I was saying when I was pumping the gas is, so I remember, back in the 60s, I started driving when I was 13. I'm pretty sure I got my driver's license. Yeah, I think back in Mississippi you could get your driver's license when you were 13. Because, you had to know how to drive a tractor and drive the farm machinery and equipment and everything. So they had it to where, youngsters could get a driver's license at an early age and help out on the farm. That's not what I got mine for. I got mine so I could run the streets, get away from Mama for a while. But anyway, I remember Mama would tell me to go get gas, and I would pull up to pretty sure it was a Guff. They didn't have that many back then to choose from. It was Guff Oil and Mobil, Conoco, maybe. Yeah, it was the one, or Chevron. Yeah, it was one with the Chevron emblems. But I remember Mama would give me $1.25 and tell me to get 5 gallons of gas. It was 25 cents a gallon. Gosh, how times have changed. But I've decided I am not complaining anymore about the price of fuel, because every time I complain about it, it'll go up another 10 cents a gallon, and then I'll be thinking, oh my gosh, I wish it was still $2.89 a gallon instead of $3.55 a gallon. But do y'all remember those days when you used to be able to fill your car up with $5? That was amazing. But anyway, little Scotty, he was working at that Guff Oil station, and that's how I met him back in 1969 when I was a senior in high school. He would work there. He was a little older than me, so he was already out of high school and going to college. But he was working there in August of 1969 when Hurricane Camille hit the Gulf Coast and just devastated that area. And there was no place anywhere that you could buy gas. I mean, there was no electricity. We had no electricity there at the house for 8 days. But Scotty, one of the co-workers there, who was also his best friend, in fact, he was the best man in our wedding. Next time I get out that old wedding photo, I'll show him to you. I can't remember his name. But he was studying engineering at the University of Southern Mississippi. So he figured out how to hook up a lawnmower motor to the gas pump, and he was able to pump the gas using the motor from the lawnmower. And they would just have line of cars waiting to get their gas until they ran out of it. It was so much chaos and everything. Of course, Daddy got gas from the refinery, so he worked for Gulf Oil. He got the gas in those 5-gallon Green Army gas cans. Used to siphon it out there. Anyway, I was going to show you my receipt. I was determined to get 15 gallons. So really, 15 gallons, $50, $51.91, $52. I remember when I worked for Sandra there in Pensacola, when I was her housekeeper, she was paying me, I think she started out paying me $5 an hour. And y'all, I earned it. I tell you, I worked so hard. She lived in it was a beautiful, nice, big 2-story house. And I cleaned it. I cleaned the whole house every day that I was there. She would usually have me work like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So I would go in and start the laundry. She had a compact washer and dryer, which was weird for her house. It was really weird the way her house was laid out. Her laundry room was real small, so she just had a little washing machine, there on the floor, and then had the dryer on top of it. So I would go in and sort her laundry and usually, change her sheets at least once a week. She had a king-size bed, so I would wash all of the sheets and everything. And then I would clean her house, and I would have to go grocery shopping for her and usually start dinner or cook dinner. She did very little cooking, and she didn't do any cleaning at all. But, she just wasn't paying me enough. I had to drive she lived out in a suburb out from Pensacola. So I had to drive from the recovery home where I was living in Pensacola to her country home. And it was about 10 or 12 miles one way. And back then, gas was about $1.79 a gallon, which was expensive. This was like I think I lived in that recovery home in 2001. So I would drive out there 3 days a week. And so I asked her for a raise one day. I said, could you give me a raise, because it's costing me a lot of money to drive out here three days a week. And she said, she didn't even know how much gas is a gallon, because her husband they owned their own business, and they had their own gasoline. They had their own fuel tanks there to fuel the trucks that they used in his business, and she would just go there and fill her car up for free. She didn't have to pump it or pay for it. So she didn't even know how much gasoline was a gallon, or she said she didn't. So she raised me to $5.50 an hour, and I was happy to get that. But anyway, just like I said, I'm not going to complain anymore about the price of gas, because when it's $4.50 a gallon, I'll be wishing that it was still $3.50 a gallon. So I'm just glad that it's available and that I'm still able to drive my car and get myself around to the places where I need to go. So y'all, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Just hit the like button, and that helps to increase my views or increase my suggestions that YouTube makes on my channel. I'm just sitting out here in the parking lot. I'm not even going anywhere. I just pulled over to finish making the video. I would love it if you enjoy my content, if you would subscribe and leave a comment. I read and answer each and every comment, because y'all are special to me. And y'all just keep on coming back. Bye, guys.